Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Daytona Ice Arena, the start of the University of Central Florida Knights. Nick Gimbel alongside Andrew Caputo. Andrew, now president of the Embry-Riddle Eagles club hockey team. Andrew, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Nick. I appreciate that fine little introduction. It was a bummer we had to wait an extra week for hockey, but we're happy to be here now and happy that everyone's able to join us on this wonderful Friday evening.
And that was going to be one of my first questions is what's the mood in the locker room been like waiting that extra week and now a 6:30 start time rather than a traditional 9 or 9:30 start time? A lot of new changes.
It's a lot of, I'd say, anxiety, anxiousness has definitely really got big. A lot of freshmen on this team now. A lot of guys just want to get out there and play this first game. We ended our season playing against UCF. It's kind of funny now that we're starting it again. So this is a familiar team, and we just want to hit the ice and come out with a W.
And talk about what Ryan Marks, the junior for Embry-Riddle, is now captain for this Eagle squad. Talk about what he brings to the table and the kind of leadership that everyone expects out of him.
Well, I think you'd be safe to say that this team understands that they live and die by Ryan Marks, and that he's the guy who's silent but leads by example. That's always been his MO.
And as we were just talking about off the air, the last time these two teams met, the last time these two teams played was against each other. The last game of the SCHC playoffs. Tell us about that.
It was probably a little bending the rules a bit. There was a few scrums, a few too many, some ejections, and some bad blood between these teams that's not lost.
And then one more question before we get to the national anthem. Talk to us about the newcomers. Who has you most excited as a newcomer for Embry-Riddle?
I think it's pretty exciting here to see Adam Letarte here on left wing, the first line. He has a lot of speed, very shifty player, and he'll be really exciting to see on the other side of Ryan Marks here, see what kind of plays he can set up. He said he wanted to be remembered for setting up the nice goals. That's what he said he wanted to be remembered for last night.
And with Nico Proulier, the final player introduction starting in goal for Embry-Riddle, we'll send it to ice level for Miss Kayla Burns. She'll have the national anthem again here at the Daytona Ice Arena down at ice level. And then we'll have a quick pregame interview from team captain Ryan Marks. Here with junior captain Ryan Marks, pregame between Embry-Riddle Eagles and the UCF Knights. Ryan, first off, congratulations on the promotion. Junior captain here for the Embry-Riddle Eagles. Talk us through what your role as a team captain has been and what Coach Joyce has explicitly said he expects out of you.
I'm not going to change much from last year. Last year I was assistant captain. I always try to lead by example. That's going to be a lot of the same this year. Just really try to get the team going right away. Try to get big hits and just get shots on net.
And with the delay of the season, we were originally supposed to start on the road against the University of Miami. Now we're starting off the season at home against UCF. What has the mood in the locker room been like up until this point, getting ready for the home and now season opener?
It's just been a big build-up. Last year we went down to Miami. It was a really good team bonding experience. This year we didn't get to experience that, but the boys are a lot closer this year, and they're just really excited to get out there. So I can definitely tell you it's going to be a good game tonight.
We're in the double digits of newcomers this season, freshmen, first-time players for Embry-Riddle. Talk about what you expect them to bring to the table here in the early going of the 2019-2020 season.
Yeah, since I was a freshman here, we get more and more good players every year. We really rely on our incoming class to take a lot of the load off of our core guys, and they're just adding a lot of depth to our team that will allow us to be competitive all the way up until the third period and end the game.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And with that, we are underway for the start of the 2019-2020 campaign for the Embry-Riddle Eagles here at home. UCF will have the early pressure, but it's quickly thrown all the way down the ice, and an icing call, as that was number 44, Brantley Miller, sent it all the way down for an icing call. Faceoff will come to the blocker hand side of Nico Proulier.
That was a great interview with Marksy. Very, very typical answers from him. Very excited to see how he's going to lead this team this year, because that was fantastic.
And we have the top line of Adam Letarte. On the left wing, Captain Ryan Marks at center, and Brantley Miller on the right wing to start for the Eagles. Big face-off win from the captain. Up the boards for Miller. Has a centering play for Letarte, but too much of a delay from Miller. He's able to get it into the attacking zone regardless. UCF comes to the near side on the attempt, and the saucer pass had too much on it, and now an icing against UCF. Only 29 seconds gone in the early parts of a first period. Still no score between Embry-Riddle and UCF.
Should be interesting so far. Can't really get a read on the game yet. It's a little bit of a pitch and catch right now. The team's kind of settling in. UCF, this is also their first game. I don't think the Hurricane last week, I think, messed up their practice plans just as much as it messed up ours. So everyone's trying to find their rhythm early here.
Offensive zone faceoff for Embry-Riddle. And Colin Bridges is unable to keep it at the blue line. He'll send it in on the delayed offside. Settle down behind the net of Ben Thibault. He will have the start for the Knights in goal. And a collision at the blue line gives Embry-Riddle possession. Trying to get it into the attacking end, and finally will rebound its way into Knights territory. Alex Fowler circling with pressure, kept at the blue line by Hodo. Far side corner, UCF looking for a breakout. Patiently waiting on the far side, sends a saucer pass near side for Robinson. Robinson stopping up away from pressure. Embry-Riddle doing a good job of not allowing UCF into the attacking zone. Big collision right here at center ice. That gets the crowd up and going. And as it goes into the Embry-Riddle attacking zone, a wholesale change for the Eagles. Good momentum here in the first minute and a half.
That's the kind of hit that you want to see set the tone. There's a big crowd here. It's only getting bigger. You really want to get the crowd into it early, especially in this home opener.
And Wyatt Ebner up the near side. Alec Bishkoff, he'll send it far side for Usiak. Usiak over the blue line. Gets help from Kaufman on the forecheck. Taking a hit to make a play, gets it down below the goal line. Good stick in the lane from Usiak. Pinching in was Bryce Corner, another newcomer for Embry-Riddle, keeping the play alive. Wyatt Ebner on the near side blue line, retreats out to the neutral zone, as does the rest of the Eagles. Finally, they'll revert into a 1-2-2 forecheck pressure. And the Knights will send it all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. And another big collision behind the Eagles' net. UCF forced all the way back to their defensive zone. Over the red line, Solomon fresh off the bench. Makes a collision, comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Embry-Riddle really laying the body here as Solomon and Silcox both getting on the UCF defenders.
Yeah, this is definitely Coach's fourth line. He designed this to be physical and set the tone early.
And icing is called. 17:06 left in period number one, still looking for our first score. And according to the scoreboard, still looking for our first shot of the game just about 3 minutes in.
See how this is going to play out here with keeping the fourth line out. Again, Coach has really always been big on setting the tempo, hitting early, finishing your checks, and the team is definitely taking that to heart already.
UCF with a face-off win. They fan on the shot at the blue line. That was Kevin Holman. UCF keeps it in the attacking zone, however. Good intercept from the Eagles. Out comes Daniel Sakala. Sakala gaining the red line and dumping it in.
and Tebow is out of his net to play it. Matt Silcox has the turnover. Sakala is taken down on the play, no call coming. UCF will have possession behind their net. Far side back to near side. Knights looking for an outlet. Saucer pass back in front of their own bench. Kevin Holman again, kept in at the blue line, and that fourth line is tired. Will spring a fresh set of Eagles players out onto the ice as Ryan Knapp settles in the defensive zone for Brantley Miller. Miller lost it in his feet, and the assistant captain has a turnover in the defensive zone. Up top to the blue line, a shot gets blocked in front, still loose on the near side circle, taken away and skated out by Jack Boken with help from Brantley Miller. Miller takes a shot, centering pass, it's there in the slot! Still loose in between the hash marks, a slap shot on the far side from Miller, gets deflected over the net, and now Marks nearly has it stolen away at the blue line, comes up in between the circles. Cycles it back down low, has Boken again. Battled for on the near side corner, it's a two-a-side, now UCF makes it 3-2 in the corner. Marks waiting in good defensive posture, but he's unable to keep the play alive at the blue line. UCF comes back on a 1-on-2. Couple of fancy stick moves, but a better body and stick from Ryan Knapp. Gets possession back for Embry-Riddle. 15-19 left in a scoreless first period. Beautiful stretch passes on the tape for Miller. Ryan Marks comes in on the forecheck, sends it back down low for Miller. Miller on the far corner, bodied below the goal line. One-a-side battle. Now each side gets some support. And now we'll have a delayed penalty. I wonder if both players are going to go. It looked like both of them were wrapped up. It'll be interesting to see how the referee calls the first penalties of the 2019-2020 season. Exactly 15 minutes left in period one.
A lot of good pressure by the Eagles down low. Definitely doing a good job of keeping the puck in, having UCF in, trying to make them make poor decisions. Looks like it's just going to stay. Oh, looks like they might play 4-on-4 here.
Both players got minor penalties for holding, so we will play 4-a-side. We'll wait for the 2 minutes to go up on the board. And credit where credit is due to both of these teams' defense. Not a single shot has been had in the first 5 minutes. Of course, both offensive need to kick it into gear, but great for both teams' defense at the start of this game.
Definitely a lot of credit, although there was a missed chance right in front that was just begging to be put in. But definitely have to agree, both teams have been doing a good job of trying to take the alleys away. There's been a few block shots. It's been critical so far.
14:45 left in period one, a scoreless first period. We're skating 4-a-side for the next minute and 40 seconds. Embry-Riddle doing a good job of keeping it in the attacking zone on the dump in. Off the back of the net comes Robinson. Robinson into the middle for O'Donnell. Over the blue line, a shot blocked in front, and the Eagles come back on a 2-on-1, possibly if they hurry. Backhanded pass in the middle, and it's just too far away from Haddow. Loose in front, and it comes up to the blue line again. Beautiful shot block there from Alexander Berg for UCF at the blue line. Still 4-a-side, near side post, comes up for Bridges. Far side, takes a shot deflected wide of the far post. Noah Austin now. Lost it on the pass in front, and UCF dead tired, forced to send it out to the neutral zone. 4-man line change for the Eagles. They'll get fresh legs. UCF has 3 tired legs out there, and a turnover in the neutral zone.
Great read there by Adrian Deborah. I had a pleasure of talking with him yesterday, and he's very excited for the season.
Shot, they score! Turner Kaufman on the short side angle. 13:39 in period one. Embry-Riddle with the early 1-0 lead. As you mentioned, Andrew, that beautiful intercept from Adrian Deborah, giving Turner Kaufman out of Wayne, Pennsylvania, the business admin major, gets the early 1-0 lead for the Eagles.
And I want to give Turner all the credit for getting the shot off. It's probably a goal the Tendy wants back, but great read by Deborah there to get in and block that out. You figure that would probably have been taken away if those UCF players had a chance to change.
And this is something that Embry-Riddle desperately needs. They want that early momentum against this strong SCHC competition. And they're going to have a good chance to get it out of their own zone. Near side, another 2-on-1. Here's Deborah, made the first play happen, looking for a centering pass, and it goes just wide of that far side post on a deflection. I believe that was Bryce Corner streaking to the far side post.
A lot of exciting hockey in 4-on-4.
Only 8 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Puck is kept on that far side corner. Referee has no intentions of blowing the play dead, so we'll play it out of that far corner. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Embry-Riddle leading 1-0. UCF comes in on side down the right wing. Wall looking for a centering pass. Proulier moves it to the right side of his net. More collisions on that far side corner. Centering pass, and luckily for the Eagles, it went through Richie McGugan. And the Eagles trying to get it out of their own zone. Collision, and that's going to be a penalty against UCF. We'll see if it's just a 2-minute minor, but it was a dangerous play as number 12, Gonzalo Ruiz, I believe that was number 83, Bryce Corner for the Eagles, who got sent down. And so we'll have the first power play of the game going in the way of Embry-Riddle. We'll have Letarte, Marks, and Miller, and Boken and Knapp at the blue line. Eagles with possession off the faceoff, but a 2-on-1 for UCF. Down the right side, Walkinshaw, backhand pass, deflected, and Proulier makes his first save, but I'm not sure that it's going to be officially registered, and here comes Embry-Riddle. And this one's going to be an offside play, but it's not touched up in time. And so after that dangerous 2-on-1 for UCF, Embry-Riddle's going to have a chance to settle it down in their own zone. 12 minutes left in period one, a 1-0 lead for Embry-Riddle, but they're on the power play even though it doesn't look like it right now. And Proulier will steer it to the near side boards, sent up the wall. Marks was looking the wrong way, and so it's sent all the way back into Eagles territory. Proulier back for Boken.
Good job by Nico Proulier there to get make a big save after not really seeing a lot of action in the first few minutes.
Off the skate of Miller and another turnover. Rodney Lalonde sent that all the way back behind Proulier. Eagles again out the near side. And they'll gain speed. Here's Boken walking right in. It's knocked away from him at the blue line. Ryan Knapp with a big step up, has Miller behind him. Instead goes to Marks at the high slot. Eagles making line changes, so possession is going to be given up. This Eagles power play that only has 40 seconds left in it, and I believe that's going to be Nico Proulier's second or third registered shot, it looks like now, against. And now the Eagles come back, going to be a delayed offside again. Eagles will touch up, play continues, thrown all the way down. And an Eagles power play that has had little traction is coming to a close in 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely not the kind of power play you want to see. Coach is probably going to talk about that in the intermission.
And a delayed offsides, the third time will be touched up. 13 seconds left in the Eagles power play, a 1-0 lead for the home team. Shots 3-2 in favor of UCF. 10:42 left in this first period.
And those viewing at home, we apologize for the new white netting that may be making it difficult to see.
Colin Bridges into the far side corner. UCF able to get it up that far wall, kept alive at the blue line, and now we will have an interference penalty. And it looks like that's Alex Faller making his way to the penalty box.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I really saw a lot of interference on that play. Looked like they were both battling for the puck, but it's my discretion versus the refs there, it appears.
And with that, in 2 seconds, UCF will have a power play. And it will be the Eagles' turn to kill off an odd man disadvantage.
Well, this will be a big kill. The Knights really haven't gotten a lot of momentum and a lot of sustained pressure. Killing this off would ensure that they definitely don't get to establish any momentum going forward in the game.
10:31 left in period one. Eagles lead 1-0. And they're going to wave this icing off. It went on goal anyways. And now UCF with full possession and a full power play. Bishkoff forcing him to the near side. No penalty called there. Bishkoff brought the Knights player down, bench wanted a tripping call, but none was had. 30 seconds gone in the Eagles' penalty kill. Knights forced up the far side wall at the red line. They'll dump it in. Proulier stays in his net. Sent up the near boards, but not out. Robinson keeps it. Goes back below the goal line. Up top to the near half wall. Walking in, centering pass deflected. Proulier pounces on it. And with 1:11 left in the Eagles' penalty kill, we'll have a face-off in the Embry-Riddle defensive zone on the near side.
Good awareness by Nico there to lunge out at that. If he had stayed back in the net, some goalies might be apprehensive to lunge out at that. They had a good chance to try to tip it over his shoulder.
And with Proulier not being the largest of stature, his agility is one of the things that he has most going for him, so that being an advantage to him, being able to pounce out on one of those loose pucks. But he's going to have to deal with some more UCF forecheck pressure as they set up the power play. Near side half wall again. Shot goes deflected, pass to the far side was fanned on. Comes all the way back up to the blue line for UCF. Pressure from Ryan Marks, steers it to the near side. Shot deflected by the captain up into the netting and out of play with another whistle.
A lot of good active sticks, standing in the way, blocking shots, a lot of good play. Let them work the perimeter, keep those shots wide. Definitely the best way to do this. It's very, very good penalty kill so far.
No line changes at that stoppage. So we'll get right into the face-off on the glove hand side of the Embry-Riddle netminder. Another UCF face-off win in the attacking zone. Up top of the blue line, Marks with hard pressure, and a shot goes undeflected past the far post, behind the net to the near side corner. Up to the half wall, Marks pressures his man. That's Shane O'Donnell who forces a centering pass, intercepted, and Marks gathering speed at neutral ice. Short-handed break, 30 seconds left on a penalty kill. Loose puck, it looked like it was going to be a rebound left, and it was juggled and caught long enough for a whistle after the shot from Marks came into the high near side shoulder of Tebow. 8:56 left in period one, a 1-0 lead for the home team, Embry-Riddle. "23 seconds until we're back to full strength. Malcheski forcing the play up the near side boards, and that one's going to go all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. Centering pass comes all the way up to the blue line. Players stumbling in front of Proulier. He makes the left-handed snag and gets a good reaction from the crowd as everybody has seemed to file in here in the 8th minute, or 8:35 remaining, I should say, in period one.
Great snag by Proulier, a good way to keep the crowd engaged. Team hasn't really generated a lot of offense recently, so always a save on the home front will always bring the fans to their feet.
5 seconds until Alex Fowler is released out of his cage. And we'll have the really lone goal scorer so far. Turner Kaufman won the faceoff, but the Eagles turn it over at the blue line. Brought out, and it's going to be a race to the puck at the goal line. It's not going to make it, so play continues. UCF gets the puck stolen away behind, has Kaufman in front, but it's turned over, and UCF gets it up to the far half wall. And it's battled for on the far side half wall. UCF comes out with it, softly up the near side boards. Kept alive at the blue line by Boken. Down low for Kaufman, centering pass, loose there in the slot. Near side on the post, Kaufman nearly had his second of the game, and it went just past the post. Kaufman still battling for it back below the goal line, gets it for Bishkoff.
This third line's been doing a lot of great work so far this game, really standing out.
Up the near side wall again, on the backhand, kept alive, onside play. Usiak with a toe drag, walks in, takes the shot, gets blocked away by Jake Toale. Usiak steals it out of the corner battle, goes right back in, he's cross-checked down on the play. Legal action, says the officials. 7:16 left in period one, off the outside of the net on the near side. Ben Tebow had no idea where it was. Luckily for him, he gains sight of it as it comes around to the near side corner. And the Eagles making a line change. Great pressure from that fourth line of the Eagles. And it will go all the way down. Alex Fowler wins the race to the dots, and with 7:01, we'll have an icing call against UCF. They will be unable to change. And we'll have a face-off in the Embry-Riddle attacking zone.
This is a big chance. The second line's coming out, see if they can do some damage against this very tired UCF team. Great pressure by this third line, newly put together, first game together, excuse me. Really exciting to see the good work they've been doing so far. They've already connected on one goal.
Adrian Deborah back out again. He was the one who set up Turner Kaufman on the lone Embry-Riddle goal. Out of Mason City, Iowa, the aeronautical science major. Out at left wing to the side of Noah Austin. Alex Faller, the only returner on this line for Embry-Riddle. He's on the right hash mark in front of the net. Up top for Faller. He'll take a shot. Rainbows to the far side corner. Austin out the near side looking for Deborah. Deborah tries to walk in. His stick is lifted. Gets it to the far side corner and maintains pressure. Back to the near side, two-man pressure for Embry-Riddle. Now they steal the puck away again. Looking back below the goal line. Now UCF with a chance, dangerously out in front of their own net, but they'll have a pitchfork play out to the neutral zone. Now Faller with a rolling puck, sends it for Noah Austin. In front, Deborah's there, poke check, the backhander goes wide and over the net. And UCF turns it over at the top of the blue line again, taking a shot again and knocking his man down one more time. He's been throwing his body around late. Remy Haddow. But the Eagles are unable to keep UCF in their defensive zone this time. They'll come back. Big step up at the top of the circles. That's Haddow again. 5:50 left in period one. Eagles will get it out of their own zone. At neutral ice, UCF comes in down the far side around Haddow, taking a shot off the outside of the net. Perlier was there to make the save nonetheless. Battled for below the Embry-Riddle goal line. Adrian Deborah at the end of his shift gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Now Colin Bridges dealing away from pressure, has lots of open ice. If he can move his feet, he'll just send it down the ice. Brantley Miller will not win the race to the dots. And so with 5:16 left in period one, we'll have a tired group of Eagles out for an icing face-off on the near side of Perlier.
Looks like Miller was able to get the fresh legs out there. Deborah will be exhausted from that last shift. I'm not sure if the D got a chance to change either. But good job avoiding it. Better to take an icing than give up a good good opportunity. Excuse me.
Deborah, the left winger, is going to be in for the face-off. He lost it to UCF. Centering pass, dangerous play, blocked in front, still loose. Perlier has it, long enough for a whistle. And that will get the fresh legs that Embry-Riddle needs.
Both these teams are proving they're not afraid to crash the net too, that's for sure.
And one of the problems that we thought we would have with this 6:30 start time has proved to be a non-factor. Another spectacular turnout for this home team.
Yeah, we're very excited. Actually, the angle I'm standing over here, Nick, I had no idea there was even people downstairs, so that's always rewarding to see. Again, thank you for everyone's support so far. It all goes back to the team, and it's a good cause.
A weak centering pass is stolen away. UCF all alone in front. Left pad saved by Perlier. Left on the far side, picked up by Ryan Marks, and he'll skate it down the right wing wall. Onside, over the middle, takes a shot, gets deflected over the net, stays in play. Marks on the near corner, looking for an option. Up top to the blue line. Long shot, doesn't get deflected, but he gets saved to the near side corner, looking for a wraparound. Kept on the far side below the goal line. And Adam Letarte, and now another interference penalty. This one's going to be against Miller.
And I'll be honest, I was watching that amazing work by Adam Letarte. I had no idea what even happened with Brantley Miller. Again, pointing out the idea I said before, Adam brings a lot of speed, a lot of tenacity, and that drive for the net. I was talking to him before. He's telling me he hasn't taken a hit in a kind of hockey game since he was 16. So he's very excited to come back and play this kind of hockey. And he's showing a great start so far. But unfortunately, the Eagles are going to have to kill off another 2-minute penalty to bail out their assistant captain.
4:38 left in period one, a 1-0 lead for the Eagles that they're clinging on to. But as you mentioned, a fresh 2-minute power play for the UCF Knights. Knights win the faceoff up to the blue line. Faking the far side pass, keeping it at the blue line is Holman. Holman to the near side, sharp angle shot, easy left pad save for Prulier. Knights playing catch with it below the goal line. Centering pass deflected and a bouncing puck kept at the top of the circles. Shot blocked away by Silcox, didn't know where it was or he would have had a clearing opportunity. And now good support will clear it all the way down the ice. Good start for the Eagles.
Awesome effort by Silcox there. He's a fighter. That's why he always leads this penalty kill unit. Great job to get the clear.
And with help from Sakala in the attacking zone, but UCF brings it out on their power play breakout. Centering pass stolen away by Sakala. He's got a chance, and that is not going to be called as interference, but either way, Silcox is going to bring it over the blue line. Silcox takes a shot, blocked away by the foot of Toale again. And another high hit. This one is going to be from UCF, and now Silcox on the far side gets a reaction from the crowd, comes up swinging. Solomon comes in for a little bit of support.
Well, that was childish.
And so I believe Silcox is going to get a penalty for coming up, standing up, swinging, but hopefully the referee saw that Matt Silcox's mouth guard was fired across the ice.
I mean, I think he had to. He had to go get it.
And I believe because there's already a penalty on the board, I do not believe that we will have players come off the ice for that. I believe we'll still stay at 5-on-4 rather than going down to 4-on-3.
You know, Nick, I was worried because it's been since March that we played this team that the rivalry would have died down, but it seems that we're kind of already back into it in the first period.
Oh, no way. The Battle of I-4 is here to stay.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe the only good thing about I-4. Trying to figure out how many people we have per side here right now.
Malcheski's going to come on the ice. It will be 5-on-4 still, so at 1:38 and a whistle, both players will come back out on the ice. But Embry-Riddle still has a minute left of a Brantley Miller interference penalty. 3-on-2 back the other way for UCF. They take a shot. Another left-handed snag by Prulier.
Nico's been doing a good job so far, controlling rebounds. I mean, there's been little to none. Doing a good job. He's transitioned into the game nicely. This is what you want to see from a goalie who hasn't gotten a tremendous amount of work early.
3:31 left in period one. Still 54 seconds left of an Eagles penalty kill. 50-50 battle for the puck off the faceoff, stolen away by Boken. He'll skate it up to the blue line and dump it smartly down the ice. Kaufman with hard pressure, gets it to Boken. Boken smartly back to the neutral zone. Dangerous pass in the middle, Malcheski turns it over, UCF comes back on the regroup. Beautiful stick, but kept in at the blue line, and that one's deflected up and out of play. Malcheski with a lapse of judgment there, going for a D-to-D pass, but instead the UCF forward, I believe Chris Robinson, was there to intercept that play and bring UCF back into the attacking zone.
Malcheski's an aerospace engineer, so it's unlike him to see a lapse in judgment like that. No, it's definitely a rarity.
I'd rather have him have a lapse of judgment here than in a profession he's looking to go into.
That I would have to agree with you.
Still 20 seconds of UCF power play time. High in the air, not sure how that's not blown dead. I believe that got caught up in the rafters for a second. Either way, lucky for Embry-Riddle, comes out to the neutral zone. 10 seconds left on a penalty kill. Down the far side, centering pass gets blocked away, and Prulier has it in his paraphernalia. And 3 seconds until Brantley Miller is released.
Again, another good job so far, penalty killing, really not giving away a lot of quality opportunities. Yes, UCF's had the puck in the zone a good amount. They really haven't been able to do a lot with the chances that they've had. Embry-Riddle's been excellent at taking away time and space.
Colin Bridges gets it out of his own zone, and Deborah will give chase on the penalty kill. That is now expired. We're back to full strength 5-on-5 play. Alex Fowler in the slot for Deborah, and he is stick checked at the last second, giving UCF possession on the near half wall. And they're able to get it out of the zone on the far side. Lots of open ice for Avron. Avron taken down on the play. UCF keeps it at the high slot. Good move getting around his man. Instead, Colin Bridges gets it out of danger from in front of the net. Bodies colliding on the near half wall in the Embry-Riddle defensive zone. Bridges sends his man down to the ice, getting it out of the zone. And Alex Fowler was cherry picking for a stretch pass. And UCF will wait. And now it's stolen away. Noah Austin to the far side corner, has help coming. Centering pass for Fowler, deflected away. UCF to the near side half wall now. Fowler keeps it alive for Deborah. Deborah looking for a shot, he takes it. Good blocker save from Tebow. And a pass gets deflected off the outside of the net. Fowler sends his man into the glass, but can't keep the puck alive in the attacking zone.
These top two lines for Riddle have really been doing a lot of damage so far. Really good job.
Huge collision in the slot. Big clean hit from number 83, Bryce Corner.
Remind me not to piss off Bryce.
62 seconds left in the first period. That has seen huge momentum for Embry-Riddle and an offside play against UCF.
That was a massive hit by Corner. Way to make a statement in your first game.
And in today's era of hockey, what a way to keep it a clean, non-penalized hit. No disregard to the referees. If it's a head contact penalty, by all means call it. But that was a beautiful shoulder to the logo, knocking his man down on his wall at collision.
Definitely a top 10 I've seen in my time here at Riddle.
UCF with 53 seconds in the first period gets it up to the neutral zone, but that's as far as they get. And almost a knee-on-knee collision was evaded as Corner got it into the near side corner. Walking off the wall is Bishkoff. He'll center it looking for UCF up top. Ebner with a slap shot blocked in front. One-handed to the high slot. UCF with another shot gets blocked away to the far corner. Half a minute to go. Off the wall was Kaufman looking for a play. Instead, UCF will rim it off the glass around the boards to the far side. Ebner turns it over at the neutral zone. Another collision there as Corner is making a name for himself here at home with 14 seconds left in the period.
You know, Wyatt Ebner was talking to me earlier this year. He spent all of his last year playing with senior and captain Brendan Barger, and he was pretty nervous about having a new line mate. But so far, Corner's doing a good job of adjusting himself in as a fine defensive pairing.
Still a dangerous face-off in the attacking zone of UCF. Blocker side of Prullier. Eagles win the face-off. Big face-off win from the captain. UCF steals possession away. Trying to be kept below the goal line. Dangerous play. Loose out in front. Goes wide of the near post. 3 seconds left. Marks will hold it along the boards. And ladies and gentlemen, that has got to be the best first period I've seen out of Embry-Riddle in a while. We still have 40 minutes of hockey to play. That was some of the best hockey I've seen from this Eagles squad in a while.
That was a great way to bring hockey back into Daytona Beach, that's for sure.
And we will be back for the start of the second period here on YouTube. And when we come back at the start of the third period, we'll have a second intermission interview from head coach Bob Joyce. Join us in a couple of minutes for that second period start. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Daytona Ice Arena. Start of period number 2. Embry-Riddle coming into the second period leading by a score of 1-0 over their I-4 rival, the UCF Knights. Once again, Nick Gimbel joined by Andrew Caputo here all season long for you guys. And a quick scoring adjustment. I was told at the top of the broadcast that Ben Tebow would be starting in net for UCF. Instead, it has been Tyler Moore the entire time, so my apologies to those keeping track, friends and family. It is Tyler Moore in the net for UCF. And Andrew, what was Coach Bob Joyce's message in between periods? From what we saw, it was a fantastic first 20 minutes. What did the coaching staff see?
It was reiterated, great start, good way to keep the fans involved. The key was penalties, keeping away from it. I mean, these weren't like necessarily stupid penalties per se, but they were penalties that you just want to make sure you don't have. It doesn't upset the flow, so making sure they keep clean. But otherwise, it was a really outstanding period, looking to build on that going forward.
Miller down the right wing wall. Embry-Riddle in their home white uniforms, streaking down the ice in that left to right motion across your computer screen for period number 2. What used to be their normal first and third period setup is now their only second period setup, as the arena has swapped the home and away benches. So for this second period, Embry-Riddle will be moving from left to right, and UCF in their road black, white, and golden uniforms will be moving right to left in the opposite direction. Once again, a 1-0 lead for Embry-Riddle as Miller comes in off the wall, takes a shot, and it comes all the way up to the far blue line, kept alive by Ryan Knapp. And it does find its way to neutral ice for UCF down the right wall. Shot blocked away by Knapp, comes out to the blue line, and a delayed offsides. It was touched just before Jack Boken could get a handle on it. 19:11 left in period number 2. Shots 10-8 in favor of UCF. That shot total has not changed since the end of period number 1. And the only goal to Embry-Riddle came off the stick of Turner Kaufman with an assist to Adrian Deborah. And that is where we stand right now. No carryover penalties nor power plays. We skate 5-on-5. As Deborah picks it up in the center circle at the red line, he'll dump it in on the near side corner. Great forecheck pressure continues for Embry-Riddle. This time Noah Austin gets a reaction out of the crowd. UCF comes back through the neutral zone. Remy Hawtaw trying to carry over his physicality into the second frame. Colin Bridges bodies his man up. UCF maintains possession on the near corner. Intercepted by Hawtaw. Goes far side for Deborah, taking punishment for his actions. And Fowler takes a hit to make a play. That's a penalty right there, but play continues in a shot and a good blocker save from Tyler Moore. UCF will now touch up just as Proulier gets to the bench, and that is going to be a tripping penalty against UCF as Alex Fowler had his right knee taken out from under him. With 18:18 left in period number 2, we'll have a fresh 2-minute power play for Embry-Riddle.
In my opinion, that was the UCF defenseman realizing he had been caught flat-footed, and that Fowler was definitely a speedy forward who was going to burn him, and it was better to try to take a piece of him out than give up that scoring chance. Great job by Fowler. I mean, whether or not he intended to or not, to draw the penalty and lead to another Eagles power play.
And sometimes you won't see the referee call that because they'll say, oh, well, the puck carrier jumped out of the way of the hit. And there's a goal for Embry-Riddle on the near side back door. Kyle Usiak. Aeronautical science major out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Embry-Riddle gets a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that was an excellent tap-in play by the self-proclaimed driver of airplanes, Kyle Usiak. That was absolutely awesome. Makes up for the rough-looking power play that went on during the first period. Simple face-off win, pass from the outside of the circle, bang, bang play. It's a 2-0 game.
There was still 1 minute and 55 seconds that wasn't used on that power play that Embry-Riddle didn't even need to use. So great redemption for Embry-Riddle's power play as they get it back out into the neutral zone, and UCF is now on their heels here on the road. Wyatt Ebner behind his net, throws it off the boards. It'll be sent all the way down the ice. Icing's waved off. They're going to say the UCF defenseman had a chance to play that puck. So Tyler Avron at fault there, keeping play alive.
This second line's back out there, or excuse me, third line's back out there again, doing some good work. Both goals have come from this third line technically so far with Usiak and Kaufman. Just hoping they can keep the pressure up.
Shot in and out of the paraphernalia of Prulier. Ebner keeps the rebound to the near side corner. Thrown all the way up and out of the zone on an errant pass. UCF forced to dump it in, and it goes over the glass and out of play. Faceoff will be at center ice, but because it was not in the defensive zone, both teams will be allowed to make a line change.
In my opinion, so far, UCF looks a bit frazzled coming into this period. After that goal, they're not really exactly sure. They're trying to find their rhythm, just kind of getting the puck out, living the fight another day. It's definitely the time for Riddle to continue to push and put more pucks in the back of the net.
Almost 3 minutes into the second period, UCF still with no registered shot on goal. Embry-Riddle with 2 shots in the second period, one of them being a goal for Kyle Usiak. Centering pass is intercepted by Ebner in the feet of Solomon. Solomon down the left wing wall with speed, looking for a centering pass, but no one was home. Knights up the right wing wall. Solomon fans on his body check. Kept alive at the blue line. Embry-Riddle coming in. It's Jack Boken walking in. Spinorama pass in the middle looking for Sakala. And it was taken away by UCF and sent into the Embry-Riddle defensive end. Matt Silcox with a dangerous play in his own zone. Gets the play up to Solomon nonetheless. Solomon with a shot gets deflected behind the net. Something I forgot to mention at the top of the broadcast, Ben Solomon is now vice president alongside Andrew Caputo here as president for this Embry-Riddle Hockey Club.
Definitely appreciate all the good work he does, helping me keep the off-ice stuff running. It is a lot to run this club, and definitely appreciate his support on and off the ice.
And a delayed offsides will send Embry-Riddle's forecheck on a delay. 15:55 left in period 2. Forecheck in full swing for Embry-Riddle. Here comes Letarte. He takes a shot blocked away, and UCF has a transition up the far side wall. Instead, it's fanned on. And so the Knights will regroup behind their goaltender, Tyler Moore. Great defensive play from Bridges in his own zone. Gets the puck up the near side boards. Brantley Miller takes a check, getting it up into the neutral zone. And a turnover there as Hawtaw gave it right to UCF. And here comes team captain Ryan Marks on a 3-on-2 down the right wing wall. Marks with a shot gets steered away, may have been deflected on its way to the frame. All of this now with a 2-0 lead for Embry-Riddle. 15 minutes left in the second period. Bouncing puck goes over the stick of Prulier, but goes wide of the net either way. And Ryan Marks begins the trek through center ice. Big toe drag to the far side boards. Knocked away from him, but gets it below the goal line to Miller. This line's been out here for a while. Letarte dodging a body check. Pressure maintained in the far corner, stolen by UCF. And skated off the glass. Ebner taken down in the neutral zone. Trying to get the play into the attacking end. Gets some help from Noah Austin. Now the Knights will bring it into the attacking zone themselves. Shot into the midsection of Prulier. Routine snag and a whistle at 14:21 left in period 2.
Again, really great job of the Eagles so far. There's not a lot to say. The defensive end of things, they've been doing really good. And this Let's Go Eagles chant is shaking this building. It's absolutely fantastic.
And this crowd is absolutely fired up. And
in typical Daytona fashion,
I was just listening to one of the games from last season talking about how it is a tradition here at the Daytona Ice Arena. Doesn't matter what upgrades they're going to make to this arena, there is going to be a pane of glass that comes out during an Embry-Riddle hockey game.
And I'd personally like to welcome all the first-time viewers to a normal event here at an Embry-Riddle Ice Hockey home game, especially for the freshmen, that a pane of glass would come out.
It's not an Embry-Riddle game until there's a stoppage of play for maintenance workers to work on the boards or glass.
I was really worried this time. I was like, man, we might actually go this year without it, with all the renovations going on to the rink. I was very surprised.
We almost made it halfway, too. 14:21 left in period 2.
This is the first time I've ever seen it go this far, I think, honestly. It was kind of a shock.
And now there's no juniors teams here, so Embry-Riddle's the only full contact other than maybe a U16 youth team. But the highest collision is going to be this Embry-Riddle team and their games here at home. So maybe the arena will not get as much abuse.
It's good to know the staff is always ready, though, especially when these games happen. They know this is going to happen.
Adrian Deborah down the far side board, stops up at the blue line. His shot goes deflected off the outside of the net. Was a shot. And Alex Fowler able to deflect that centering pass and get a body check along the way. It is successfully dumped into the attacking end of the Knights, however. Ebner with possession up the boards. Has help from Fowler. He's hooked on the play. That's a penalty to UCF and another power play for Embry-Riddle. And if I'm the Knights, seeing what Embry-Riddle just did on their most recent power play, I'm staying out of the box as often as possible. It only took 5 seconds for Embry-Riddle to score a power play goal last time. Let's see what they can do with a fresh 2-minute power play. Marks, Kaufman, and Usiak, along with Boken and Knapp. The power play unit for Embry-Riddle goes off what looked to be Minervini's glove, the backup goaltender for Embry-Riddle, but it will stay in place as the referee.
He's laughing a little bit there, so I think it looks like it definitely went off his glove.
And so Usiak will send it far side for Marks. He'll dump it in the rest of the way. Kaufman and Usiak will give chase.
This is a pretty traditional first power play unit, bringing back some guys who've played together a lot. So let's see if they can make the magic happen.
Knapp with a shot and a good left pad save from Moore. Rebound steered to the near side corner. Up top for Knapp again. Rising shot doesn't hit anything and goes over the net. Boken keeps it alive at the blue line all the way behind the net. Has Usiak right in front of him, comes up to Knapp. Knapp's shot gets deflected, loose there in the crease and settled down by UCF behind the net. Kept alive at the blue line again. Boken with a toe drag. And it will exit the zone as some jousting in front of the net has the crowd all sorts of riled up. This one goes in on goal, steered by a low blocker of Moore to the far corner. No one home except Kyle Usiak for Embry-Riddle. 45 seconds left of power play time for the Eagles. Centering pass picked up by Deborah and cleared all the way down the ice on a turnover.
Not bad pressure so far by this first power play unit. Second power play unit now making its way out for a little bit of time. We'll see if they can get anything done. Not exactly what you want so far in a goal, but some good sustained pressure.
Shot total rising for the home team. It's up to 15. Toe drag fails for Noah Austin, and that will allow UCF to get it all the way down the ice again.
That's not the play you want to see there.
17 seconds left of Embry-Riddle power play time. 12 minutes left in period 2. Embry-Riddle leading 2-0.
One on four, and
Alex Fowler, as the penalty expires, takes a shot right into the logo as if it were a target, and we're back to 5-on-5 play. Embry-Riddle 1 for 3 on power play chances tonight.
Definitely a respectable percentage so far, making the Knights, I think, cautious about taking penalties, especially with the ability of this Eagles team to move in. Definitely gained a lot of speed this offseason, and I think the Knights are seeing this firsthand, as this is a very unusual position for the Knights to be in a game against the Eagles.
Colin Bridges with a good low shot goes steered by the right pad of Moore to the far side, and UCF skates the rebound out. On the near side, good stick again from Colin Bridges. Gets it up to the blue line, has Solomon, and Bridges sends his man down to the ice. Silcox and Sakala now. This whole line is throwing bodies right here in front of the crowd.
Coach Joyce would call this the tone setter line.
And Hawtaw looking for another huge collision at center ice, instead forced to send it up the near side boards in his own zone. Got to be careful not to take a penalty here, as Silcox came in with a high hit, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Matt Silcox came in with hands up high and a roughing penalty to Embry-Riddle. 11 minutes left in period 2, and the Eagles will go on the first penalty kill of this period.
That's definitely a penalty you don't want to see taken at this time in the game, or any time in the game really, but hopefully the Eagles penalty kill can come out and disperse this.
And so the faceoff will be on the blocker side of Proulier. It took 20 minutes of the first period for Embry-Riddle to get 8 shots. They've more than doubled that in only 9 minutes of the second period. It is now 17-11, the shot lead for Embry-Riddle. However, UCF's going to have a great chance to get some shots on the board here. Far side blue line, UCF sets up their power play. Over to the far side half wall. Keeping it on that right wing corner. No centering pass was there, and it comes out of the zone. And back near side for Toal. Turned over, and Wyatt Ebner has all the time in the world to send it out to center ice. Glove down at the red line. And as it pinballs around at neutral ice, finally comes back to the near side, and eventually UCF will dump it into the far side corner, looking for possession. 40 seconds gone into UCF power play. 2-0 lead for the home team. Walking up that far side wall up to the blue line. Walk-in shot. His shot doesn't make it through, gets deflected to the far corner. Lalonde off the glass. Ebner is there to intercept. UCF again down low to the far corner. Up the boards but not out. Lalonde again takes a slap shot, deflected up and out of play by Adam Letarte. And that brings the penalty clock down to 53 seconds remaining. And 9:53 left in the second period.
Some first-time work for Adam Letarte on the penalty kill. Again, showing that speed. Probably a reason why Coach Joyce decided to make that change and put him on the PK. Getting his stick in the passing lane, a great reason. Blocking that shot there. It was an awesome play so far from this penalty kill.
Cleared all the way down on a deflection. Fowler might have a breakaway if he can win the race. Gets there before the goal line, takes the shot. And another one goes into the midsection. But there will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Eagles as they continue to kill off that roughing penalty to Silcox.
Great example of Fowler using his speed. Unfortunately, that puck just got a little bit too far ahead of him, maybe a step or two, but it really was a great chance. Using the speed again, the Knights have to be very wary of this speedy team.
Off the faceoff, looking for a toe drag shot, they score! What a play from Noah Austin! Break out the highlight reel because you're gonna see that one all season long. Oh baby, what a faceoff win! Short-handed, walks in around the centerman, toe drag, forehand to backhand. See you later. Good night, Tyler Moore. No chance on the far side.
I mean, I don't know how you came up with all those words for that because I had nothing to say. That was just unbelievable. Unbelievable shorthanded goal. Great face-off win. Great way to push it forward. Great move. Great finish. I mean, it was just great.
And let me tell you, this crowd could not be more amped up than they are right now. Just over halfway gone here in period number 2. And Embry-Riddle right now with a good hold, but you're not going to win a game in the first 2 periods. You got to play this all the way through. Still 15 seconds of Embry-Riddle penalty kill time. In the attacking zone of UCF with a power play. Near side half wall up to the blue line. Shot gets blocked away, and here comes Noah Austin again. Austin in on a breakaway, walks in, fakes the shot, and it goes off the left pad of Tyler Moore. And with the net knocked off of its pegs, oh baby, this crowd really wanted another one from Noah Austin.
That was just fabulous. 2 times on a same penalty kill. I mean, the penalty expired just at the end of that, but wow. Again, we had talked to Noah Austin about coming in this year. We were thinking he was going to slot in that second line center position right behind Ryan Marks, and he's making a great case for cementing himself there all season long. Really exciting to see these 2 guys going at it. Really going to be a fun year so far if he keeps pulling up highlight reel plays like that.
UCF with a quick shot, routinely handled by the breadbasket of Moore. And these newcomers right off the bat, you've got Remy Hautoff throwing his body around like a bull, and you've got Noah Austin. If Austin keeps making plays like that, he's 1,000 miles away from his hometown of Lisbon, Maine. He's going to make a big home for himself here in Daytona Beach if he keeps making plays like that.
Absolutely. And again, we talk about this big freshman presence. Really haven't gotten a chance to talk about it too much. But the entire left-handed shot defense side is all freshmen this year. It's a very young group, and we're really excited to have them all.
Bridges stays on his feet, gets possession to UCF, gives it back to Bridges, and Riddle again successful in exiting their defensive end. UCF trying to get over the attacking red line. They will do so. Dumps it back behind Pregame. Bridges up the near side boards. No one is home, so UCF is able to keep it at the blue line. Good pressure from the Eagles. Still in the attacking zone. Comes out to neutral ice. 7:55 left in period 2. Off the far boards. Close enough to everyone to negate the icing call. And Bridges again up the far side wall. UCF steals it away from Bishkoff. Shot goes off the crossbar into the netting and out of play. And Andrew, as you can attest more than anyone here, that crossbar is either going to be your worst enemy or your best friend. And right now, Nico Prulier's making friends with the frame behind him.
Yeah, Nico and I have shared that net a lot in the 4 years I've been here, and I didn't realize it was so hospitable right now. It's a whole new relationship with it right now.
7:40 left in period 2. Shots 20-12 in favor of Embry-Riddle. They lead by a score of 3-0. Centering pass deflected away. Toe drag by Marks gets the puck up to the blue line and out of the zone. Miller continues it along. Has Letarte. Letarte into the near side corner. Takes a collision. Gets it to the far side corner looking for Marks. Stolen away by Kevin Holman. Marks gets it back to Miller. Miller with a shot gets fanned on. And a left skate save made by Tyler Moore. Up the boards and deflected out into the neutral zone. Bryce corner. Cycles away from pressure beautifully. Great outlet pass and brings a 3-on-2 for Embry-Riddle. Ryan Marks fakes a toe drag, goes around his man to the far corner. Takes a shot, gets blocked in front, and a 2-on-2 transition for UCF. Corner forcing his man. Beautiful defensive work by Bryce Corner on this shift. And it's going to be cleared all the way down for an icing call. But not enough can be said about what Bryce Corner has been doing on this defensive shift.
Really great job so far. Really, again, can't say enough good things about making a first impression. And, I mean, making a case for being in this top 4 for Embry-Riddle here on defense. Again, talking about these 3 new left-handed defensemen. Not a lot of teams in the league really go with a mostly freshman and sophomore core of defensemen, but so far it's looking like a good choice.
Shot goes wide of everything. Pregame didn't get a good look at it. And it's back on the near side corner. Marks sends it up the boards, gets out of the zone. Good stick from Miller, gets the puck into the attacking zone, gets help from Deborah. Adrian Deborah into the slot, looking for a turnaround shot, goes wide of the far post. And UCF will have an outlet pass on the near side half wall. And the stretch pass doesn't connect with anyone except the white jersey. And Embry-Riddle will send a bouncer out to the neutral zone. Fowler runs his man over, and possession taken by Noah Austin, who sends it into the center to no one, and UCF comes back on a transition. Chris Robinson in the center, stolen away by Embry-Riddle again. Huge miss on the body check. That was Jack Boken, who was able to evade a huge collision, and now a 2-on-1 for Boken. He's got Deborah in the middle. Boken walks in, takes the shot. Big save there from Tyler Moore. And another stoppage of play. I believe the net came off of its pegs once again. Great possession here for Embry-Riddle. That was a big problem for them last season. They were having lots of trouble exiting their zone. They're doing a great job of that here in the season opener, and it's springing a lot more offensive chances because of it.
I'll give a lot of credit to Tyler Moore. That was a great save there, but he definitely got a lot of luck with that net coming off. I think if that net stayed on, there would have been another fantastic opportunity right in front. Moore's done a great job so far. He's had some high-quality chances against him. First one maybe he wanted to have back, but the other 2, there's not a whole lot that can be said about what can be done. Good job so far by the opposing netminer in this hostile environment.
5:20 left in period 2. UCF gets it out to the neutral zone. Good breakout from the Knights. and it's in the legs of the referee. And we'll see if Embry-Riddle can come back the other way. And now there's going to be a holding penalty. And it's going to go against UCF. Jack Boken drawing a penalty. And now UCF again caught shorthanded. It took 5 seconds on the first power play of the period for Embry-Riddle to score. UCF kept the Eagles at bay, their second opportunity this period. And now with the third chance with the man advantage, let's see what the Eagles can do with 5:06 remaining in a second period. Eagles already leading by a score of 3-0, but no reason to get complacent now.
Have to feel a bit sympathetic for UCF on that one. I'm not exactly sure I saw what happened. Just seemed like a tangle up. But again, it's not like it's been their first penalty of the period. They've definitely taken many of the game so far.
Turner Kaufman, who got the Eagles' first goal, battling for possession down low with help from, I believe that's Adrian Deborah. Great job from Donovan McClellan, the defenseman for UCF, keeping the puck along the boards and killing time. He's already killed 25 seconds of penalty kill time for his team.
And that's a very tiring play to stay there behind the boards and get bodied by two guys. A lot of credit by that first unit for UCF.
Only one man is able to make a line change for UCF. They allow heavy forecheck pressure. Knights steal the puck away, centering pass loose in front, and no shot went on goal. And Deborah gets it back for Hawtalk. Takes punishment, but sends his man down to the ice. Here's Kyle Usiak walking in. Usiak into the high slot, sends it down low, taken down on the play. Loose in front, Deborah's there. He doesn't stop up on the play. And so instead it's taken back up to the near blue line. Far side Usiak, his shot misses everything. Comes back up to the blue line for Deborah. Deborah back down low for Bridges. His shot deflected down low for Marks. Captain looking for an option. Up top, Hawtaw with a shot. Gets saved and covered up by Tyler Moore, who is doing a fantastic job. Regardless of what the score says, it's 3-0, but 3 goals on 25 shots, obviously not the best statistics, but he's come up with some huge saves for his team so far.
Again, if UCF, there's still a lot of hockey to be played if UCF comes back in this game. Remember a lot of what's going on this period and a lot of saves by Moore. Great read by Marks there to come behind the net and be patient, though. Really waiting for Hawtaw to come out and have a good shot opportunity.
Fowler sends it to the far side for Austin. Up top to the blue line for Corner. Corner has a weak shot, get blocked. All the way on goal for Proulier to send it into the near circle. And back far side for Ebner. 10 seconds left on an Eagles power play that's had good traction, but just unable to find the twine. Ebner's forced to dump it in, and we're back to 5-on-5 play. 3 minutes left in period 2. Deflected up into the netting, and I believe UCF will be allowed to make a line change. It was not a clear thrown out puck. It was deflected, so UCF is going to make that line change. Shots 25-12 in favor of Embry-Riddle. Almost 17 minutes gone here in the second frame. UCF only has 2 shots on goal this period.
Again, it's been a really quiet period for Nico. If I was him, I'd be a bit nervous. You know, it's sometimes one of those things where all it takes is a little pinch gone wrong. Give credit to the Riddle defenders, though. They really have not allowed any odd man opportunities. So Nico's had a relatively quiet night against a team that in the past, it would have been quite busy in the Riddle end.
Embry-Riddle staff absolutely doing a wonderful job in the offseason with the recruiting. And that one's thrown in front, deflected away by Proulier in the defensive zone of Embry-Riddle. 2.5 to go in period 2. Silcox out of the box, keeping it below the goal line. Silcox sends his man down, and that's going to be a penalty against Embry-Riddle. That's a roughing penalty. I don't see with the collisions that have been happening. All I saw Silcox do was keep the man for UCF from coming out in front, but credit where credit is due to what the official saw. Maybe he saw something to the back of the shoulder, to the nameplate, causing a roughing penalty. But I saw huge collisions from Hawtaw well in the first period. So not technically wishy-washy. I see it from the official, but that's a hard penalty to take in the final 2.5 of the second period.
I mean, right around your own netminder, that's the area you're going to hit the hardest. I find you got to have some leniency in protecting your goaltender there. That's a penalty against Silcox I wouldn't be necessarily upset for him taking.
Up top to the blue line, UCF keeps it alive. Off the boards to the far corner. Not finding a shooting angle, sends it back down into the corner. 2:05 to go in period 2. Near side blue line for Berg. Has Tangme at the blue line, goes back for Berg. Down low into the corner, centering pass deflected a couple of times. Saved by Proulier, he didn't see it. Great positional save by the right pad. 1:20 to go in the Eagles penalty kill. This will be tremendously enormous for the Eagles if they're able to kill off a last 5-minute penalty. Deflected on the pass up to the blue line. Great possession from UCF. A shot goes out off the outside of the net. Cycles back down low. Ryan Knapp smartly staying tight in the box, not chasing the puck below the goal line. Back up for Berg. Has a play down low. Goes to the far side. Stuff attempt saved by the left skate of Proulier, and it comes out into the neutral zone.
Nice hand-eye coordination by Knapp to be able to track that puck and sweep it out as soon as he had the chance.
UCF comes right back into the attacking zone. Ryan Knapp, beautiful play, gets it all the way down the ice. 1 minute to go in period 2, half a minute left in the Eagles penalty kill.
Two great plays there by Knapp on defense. Absolutely fantastic on the penalty kill.
And this one will be an icing call against UCF. Shane O'Donnell was not able to deflect that stretch pass, so we'll have an offensive zone faceoff for Embry-Riddle with 20 seconds to go in their penalty kill. .46.2 left on the clock in period number 2. UCF wins the faceoff, but not without some pressure from Noah Austin. Knights get it up to the red line. Huge collision in front of the crowd here. UCF is able to get it into the attacking end. And Embry-Riddle has successfully killed off that 2-minute minor penalty. UCF with possession still below the goal line. Bridges forces his man up to the blue line. Shot gets blocked away off of the air vent and out of play. 14.5 left in the second period. Embry-Riddle is going to be able to take a breather, settle down for the final 15 seconds after killing off a huge penalty.
I think it goes without saying, the key right now, just win this draw, kind of let the period come to a quiet end. Oop.
And we have another pane of glass. And the referee's just going to try to settle it back in himself. It's one of the shorter panes of glass right in front of us in the crowd here. And just like that, we're able to get underway.
Such a familiar problem that the referees have now been required to be trained in order to know how to put the panes back in.
UCF keeps it alive in the far corner. Still 10 seconds left in the period. Centering pass deflected. Rolling puck out to neutral ice. And that will be the end. And now a cross-checking penalty to UCF. So Embry-Riddle will have a chance on the power play when they come back at the start of the third period.
Again, I mean, I'm just surprised by UCF's lack of discipline today. It's usually not this, I guess maybe it's the rust coming off the summer. I mean, it's typically not this undisciplined of a team. And again, this is just opening the door for a Riddle power play to come in and really burn them, as they've been able to connect at least once so far this game.
And to talk about the kind of second period that Embry-Riddle has had, there's still 4.5 seconds left. So I'll wait to say this until after that final whistle to see what the total is. Riddle with the face-off win comes up for Bridges, and his last shot gets blocked in front. So 13 shots on goal for Embry-Riddle in this second period, only 4 for UCF. That's the kind of period that Embry-Riddle has just had here in the middle frame. That is amazing.
I was going to call it anything. I'd call it a shutdown period. Really was a great job by the Eagles to really get in there and block a lot of shots, make sure that UCF didn't even have a chance to take shots, and keep Nico's side of the ice pretty clean for the most part. Great. If I was these Knights, I'd be pretty nervous going into this third period, and if anything, I'd be probably really beat up from this physical play so far.
Noah, Austin, and Kyle Usiak picking up the goals for Embry-Riddle in the second period. Gives them a 3-0 lead. Shots 25-14 in favor of the home team. And as you can hear, the crowd is loving it. 1:56 left on an Eagles power play that will have fresh ice at the start of the third period. We'll be back for the start of that third period here shortly on YouTube with a second intermission interview coming from head coach Bob Joyce.
third and start banging.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Daytona Ice Arena. About to kick off the third and final period. Embry-Riddle currently leading by a score of 3-0. As promised, we'll send you that second intermission interview with head coach for Embry-Riddle, Bob Joyce.
Here at the second intermission with head coach Bob Joyce, Embry-Riddle currently leading by a score of 3-0. Coach Joyce, talk to us about the first two periods. That second period, you had a 13-4 shot advantage.
Yeah, I think in the first period we got the jitters out. It was a good period. We were taking the body. Second period we came out really strong. I think the first 12, 13, 14 minutes, we kind of got away the last 6 or 7 minutes that second period of what's working for us. Took a couple penalties, but we'll regroup, come out in the third, and start banging them again.
Your entire left side defensive core is all freshmen. It is tremendous what they've been able to do, blocking down the UCF forwards. Who is impressing you most so far out of the newcomers?
I think you just said it. On the back end, you got Jack Bokum, Remy, Hautau, Bryce Corner. They're all freshmen. They're playing fantastic. They've had great training camps. Up front, Adam Letarte, number 5, is a new player for us, and Adrian Deborah has been, number 62, has been great tonight, real strong. So really, we're getting a huge contribution from our freshmen.
And explain to me what you're looking forward to through this 2019-2020 season. We had the start delayed by Hurricane Dorian, so this is now the season opener. We'll see if those games against Miami get rescheduled, but what are you looking forward to out of this group, and what are your expectations?
You know, really just to build on what we're doing day in and day out and getting better. I don't really think in terms of wins and losses. It's about performance. And if we're doing the little things day in and day out, you know, focusing in practice, being committed to our system, which is really just keeping it simple, building on that day in and day out, executing fundamentals. You know, I like to reference the Patriots. Whether you like them or not, it's fundamentals. Brady goes back, he hits the guy, the receiver runs the route, he makes the pass. That's what we're looking to do. Keep it simple and execute.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the third period.
Thanks, bud.
That was the voice of head coach Bob Joyce in that second intermission interview, talking about that defensive core as both teams have made their way out onto the ice to start this third period. And we'll go over how we got here. In the first period, it was Turner Kaufman from Adrian Deborah giving the Eagles that 1-0 lead. It stayed that way through the first 20 minutes. And then Kyle Usiak from Ryan Marks on the power play, and Noah Austin, an unassisted, shorthanded, highlight reel beauty of a goal, giving the Eagles a 3-0 lead. Embry-Riddle led the shot category. My apologies, I underestimated the Eagles, saying 13. It was 17-4, the shot total for Embry-Riddle over UCF. They currently lead 25-14 in total, and the Eagles will come out onto this ice in their home white uniforms, moving right to left across the ice surface. Fresh sheet of ice, 1 minute and 56 seconds of power play time. One final time here tonight. Nick Gimbel joined by team president Andrew Caputo.
And that was music to my ears, all those statistics. An absolute awesome way to play the first 40 minutes of hockey here in the fall in Daytona Beach. Absolutely exciting. These teams will meet again tomorrow. Very much looking forward to the same kind of energy from both sides, especially on the Embry-Riddle side. And again, the fans tonight have been absolutely fantastic. Very excited. This game has been hyped up all week as a tradition as an Embry-Riddle student to come to at least one of these games, if not many more, and the freshmen this year are getting a great indoctrination into why that is.
20 minutes up on the board. We are set for period number 3. As mentioned, 1 minute and 56 seconds of power play time here for Embry-Riddle to start the third frame. No change in goaltenders. Perlier stays in the net for the Eagles, and Tyler Moore for UCF. Off the near side boards through the air, and at the red line in the neutral zone, UCF sends it back where it came from, behind Nico. 20 seconds gone in the third period. Embry-Riddle up the far side, and it's left for Letarte. Letarte taken down on the play, no call comes from that, and that will allow UCF the opportunity to send it out to the neutral zone. Nonchalantly gloved down by Remy Hataw, who has been a physical beast here tonight. And now Letarte all the way out to the neutral zone and all the way back for an offside call. 1:13 left in the Eagles' power play.
UCF's coming out physical, playing that same kind of game that they have the past 40 minutes. Eagles have to settle in, not be afraid to dump the puck in on this power play and go get it. They're trying a little bit too much to carry it so far.
And now UCF with too many men on the ice, they're going to allow play to continue.
That was definitely a misjudgment by the referees and linesmen there on that one.
Nonetheless, the Eagles will have possession on the stick of Colin Bridges. He'll airmail it all the way down the ice. Not enough backspin. Instead, the referee's going to let play continue, waving off the icing call. Lucky for the Eagles to keep play alive in the attacking zone. Adrian Deborah takes punishment for being in the fray. Up top to the high slot. Bridges, his shot is blocked all the way out to the neutral zone. Hataw sends it back on the delayed offsides. Deborah comes in on the forecheck, taking body instead of puck, giving his team possession in the neutral zone. Noah Austin has his pass deflected out to neutral ice again. 15 seconds on a tractionless Embry-Riddle power play. Near side corner, Fowler sends his man into the glass. Deborah up to the blue line for Hataw, trying to keep it at the blue line, falls down on the play, but he is successful in his efforts. Back to 5-on-5 play. UCF up the far side boards. Fowler sends his man to the boards. Collision at the near blue line of Embry-Riddle. UCF gets it back below Nico Prulier's goal line. 17:45 left in period 3. Turner Kaufman all alone over the blue line. Down the near side, cutting in on goal. Shot goes over the net and out of play.
Looking like Jeff Skinner there, using his edges is a great way to try to get around that defender. Tried to put that top shelf, but went a shelf too high and ended up in the netting.
Looking for the shelf where Mama hides the cookies, instead sent it to the Publix across the street.
Yeah, they picked me up a pub sub while it's over there.
17:37 left in period 3. 3-0 lead for the home team. UCF with the defensive zone face-off win, rims it around the near side boards. Kept at the blue line. Corner to the near side, another collision, sends it in front, backhander from UCF is blocked, and the referee lost sight of it. So luckily for Embry-Riddle, unluckily for UCF, it'll keep the face-off in the Knights' defensive end.
I have to say, for the first time in a while, it seems like a lot of the calls that maybe were a little questionable are going in favor of the Eagles. Maybe it's maybe the new paint job is giving some good luck to the Eagles here at home.
Talking off the air around the arena, and something that may not be caught by immediate vision, they painted over the Eagle in between the benches. Not a lot of people happy about that. As this one on a backhander, they score! Turner Kaufman, his second of the game. 17:07 left in period 3. 4-0 Eagles.
And just another great play, a broken play if anything, but Turner will bury that any day. 2 goals on the night, 2 goals on the season, and the clock looks like it's still running for some reason. Someone will have to let them know to stop that and add the extra tally. And the fans are back in it. It's an exciting night here, continuing to build on an already amazing effort by the Eagles.
That is Turner Kaufman's second goal of the game, and the Eagles will look to pick up right where they left off. They get it out to the neutral zone. High stick is waved off. UCF sends it back to the Eagle zone. Wyatt Ebner around his net to the far side. A bouncing puck kept at the blue line by UCF. Shot sticked away by Prullier. Far side for corner. Up the boards for Letarte. Gets help from Marks. Gets it out to the neutral zone. Ryan Marks comes back on a 2-on-1. Marks down the right wing wall. Shot blocker. Saved by Tyler Moore.
That was a great save on the captain, who is known to have a lethal shot.
Marks battling 1-on-3. Comes out with possession. Up for corner. Shot looking for a deflection. Goes wide to the far half wall. Never made it on goal. Top of the circle looking for Marks. UCF can't clear it. Jack Boken, near corner. Back to far side post, looking for Malcheski. He can't get a handle. And the Knights will send a stretch pass on the tape. Walkinshaw gets around his man. And a backhand shot. Looked like he was going 5-hole. Instead, Proulier shuts the door, makes a rebound save. Still loose on the near side. And Proulier is able to get a whistle.
That was a great save by Proulier after having a pretty quiet start to this period. Making an amazing save on a breakaway where it didn't seem like the shot was possible anymore, and then taking one right off the dome following afterwards. Those tend to sting. He's shaking his head a little bit. I would be too.
I apologize to Nico Proulier. I saw a little bit of daylight in between the pads. Instead, he's able to close the hole, get a stick on it, and make the save, preserving a 4-0 lead so far. UCF with a face-off win in the attacking zone on the near side. Bouncing puck in the slot. Comes up for a slap shot over the head of Proulier. Deflects to the far side half wall. Eagles unable to get it out. Again, no whistle after it deflects off the Eagles bench. Shot goes well wide of the far side post. Wouldn't have hit a soccer net.
And that's just not the play you want to see on a 3-on-1 right in front of the net.
UCF again behind the net, up the far side, and a bouncing puck was fanned on the one-timer.
And this is a matchup the Eagles are not happy with right now. This fourth line's caught out against a surging Knights team right now. They just want to survive this, get out and make a line change, I figure.
Ryan Knapp's able to get it to the neutral zone, and Boken will come off the ice to be replaced by Colin Bridges, but that's the only line change that the Eagles are able to make before UCF brings it back into the attacking zone, and it will go over the boards and out of play. I believe the Eagles will be able to make their line change because it did not go over the glass. If there were glass in front of the Eagles bench, it would have stayed in play. That allows the Eagles to complete their much-needed line change. Bit of a scary play right there. Really just glad we got to survive that, but it was a surge by the Knights. It's important to let them know that, this team went to nationals last year. They're to be respected. They're a formidable opponent. You can't take your foot off the throttle at all at any point in the game. Deborah's unable to complete it into the attacking zone, but gets some help from Noah Austin. Back to the near side corner. Takes an Embry-Riddle bounce off the boards, stays away from Tyler Moore. That allows the Eagles to get possession up to the blue line and back down into the corner. Stolen back by the Knights, sent back in on the delayed offsides by Hawtaw. Good clean hit. Hawtaw jumps back onto his feet, looking for the next black jersey to run over. UCF behind their own net, up the far side. Dealing away from the pressure of Deborah. And there's Hawtaw again, very Cronwall-esque, trying to keep possession in the attacking zone. No one is going to get past Hawtaw without a little bit of physicality. Say what you will about these freshmen tonight, they are not afraid of stepping into the ACHA lineup at all. Pitchfork through the air, onside play, glove down. Great defensive play again from Colin Bridges. And he's been a stalwart on this lineup for 2 years now, and he's been a fantastic defenseman. Centering pass goes through the blue paint to the near side for Deborah. He'll send it off the backhand, off the ceiling, out of play. And once again, Eagles will be able to make a line change. 13-19 left in period number 3. I think one of the really big keys so far in this game is that young, inexperienced lineup has not looked out of place, especially on the D end. They've been very comfortable. They've been very relaxed. I think I give a lot of credit to our coaching staff and the high intensity of training camp that we had. Really set everyone into place to understand what kind of caliber play they're going to have against this year. UCF at the blue line. They're unable to keep it alive. Here comes Kyle Usiak. Usiak on the left side takes the shot, and I believe the left arm of Tyler Moore sent that over the crossbar. Back down low in the feet. Shot, they score! Kyle Usiak! 5-0 Eagles! And one of the fans attempted to throw a hat onto the hats have made their way onto the ice. Premature, I would say. That's only Kyle Usiak's second goal of the game. Although I do appreciate the spirit, it's unfortunately just shy of the hat trick. It's a first in my time here at Embry-Riddle, seeing hats thrown onto the ice. And a little bit of of added skill as they added the netting in front of the spectator area this season in the offseason. A little bit of extra skill to get that over the netting and onto the ice.
Yeah, a lot of credit. The Eagles fans tend to have a bit of an arm, it looks like.
UCF looking to answer. It has been all Embry-Riddle so far this game. They lead 5-0. 12:50 left in period 3. That should be an interference penalty as Ben Malcheski got knocked down. The puck was nowhere near him. Play continues.
And I'll give Malcheski a lot of credit. He weighs 190 pounds. He's a big dude, so he takes that hit in stride. And they'll call that one, though. That's good. I was worried about that.
And now here comes UCF on a breakaway shot. They score. It looked like Bryce Corner had enough possession to blow the whistle on the delayed penalty. Instead, UCF brings it in on the breakaway. And Nico Brulier's shutout is destroyed.
And the fans are letting the refs know exactly how they feel about the missed penalty. I mean, that was incredibly blatant. I was really shocked they missed that.
And that was number 21, Matthew Angrella, who came in on the breakaway and roofed that over the left hand of Brullier.
It's an unfortunate way to end a shutout. My thoughts go out to Nico, but team is still playing well. You know, can't let this. There's still a lot of time left in this game. Can't let it phase them. And it looks like the Eagles are going.
Not sure if this is a rule change from this offseason. Typically, when a goal is scored on a delayed penalty, that penalty is wiped out. Now confusion on the ice, and it looks like Embry-Riddle will still go down on the penalty kill.
I mean, I went to the ACHA conference in May, and I didn't hear about this, I'll be honest. This is a new one on me. I am quite surprised by this. The Eagles need to calm down, make sure they don't.
And a high stick will be called against UCF. No one's going to want to play the puck, and now dangerous play, and of course it's going to result in a face-off in the Embry-Riddle defensive zone. If I'm Embry-Riddle, I'm not touching that high sticking puck.
No reason to at all. Again, a lot of time left in this game. Can't stress enough that the Eagles need to slow down, take a breath. You get scored on, it happens. Make sure that they kill this penalty off with the same kind of intensity they've been playing all game. This doesn't change anything at all. Don't let this UCF team get back into this game, as they're very capable of doing.
And so Embry-Riddle now giving up their first goal of the game, now dealing with a shorthanded or a penalty kill, I should say. Good save from Brullier. A possession given back to UCF, and a tripping penalty to the Knights will negate the Knights' power play. So we'll skate 4 aside for the next minute and a half. Eagles will escape with a lucky one there. $11:59 left in period 3, and we'll tell you how we got here. In the first period, it was Turner Kaufman from Adrian Deborah. Stayed that way through the first 20 minutes of play. And then in the second period, Kyle Usiak on the power play and Noah Austin finishing up what would be a 3-0 lead going into the second intermission. And now Noah Austin again, this time he's dumped on the faceoff. And then Turner Kaufman and Kyle Usiak both picking up their second goals of the game. And back comes Embry-Riddle. Jack Boken looking for his first in an Embry-Riddle uniform. Toe drag, Bokun, centering pass, Eagles back in front, and a huge defensive play for the Knights. That had 6-1 all over it, and instead the Knights with a phenomenal defensive back check.
Yeah, great stick lift right at the right time.
And now an elbowing penalty to Embry-Riddle. Will skate 4-on-3. Another shorthand or another penalty kill for Embry-Riddle coming up.
That's a tough call for Alex Fowler. I think that's his third penalty of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And if that is true, then if he takes another one, he will be ejected from the game. So we need to make sure that he plays a little bit more clean the rest of the game. It's very uncharacteristic for Fowler to be taking this many penalties. Hopefully it's just a little bit of rust on the newly minted assistant captain.
And something that we have not mentioned yet, Eagles playing without 2 players right now, Jordan Shepard and David Lytle. They were suspended from their final game of the season. They will be eligible when they play in Orlando tomorrow against this very same UCF Knights team. Shot, what a beautifully placed shot from the near side, and a power play goal for UCF, and the Knights have life That was number 4, Rodney Lalonde, with an absolute rocket from the near side circle over the glove hand of Nico.
And this is exactly what you didn't want to happen after that first Knights goal. It seems like chaos has kind of ensued here. If I was Coach Joyce, I'd call a timeout right now, in my opinion. Take a second, settle down the team, make sure that the rest of this penalty kill went smoothly.
So after 5 unanswered goals from Embry-Riddle, UCF storms back with a pair of their own. Still 11-17 left in this third period, lots of time. Embry-Riddle's lead is now cut to 3. Back to 4-on-4 play. That was a power play goal from Lalonde. And now this one will go off a body of an Embry-Riddle player on the bench. And we'll have a face-off back in the Eagles' defensive zone, 10:56 left in period 3.
Again, a note to add to what you said before, missing two veteran players last year from David Lytle and Shepard, and as well actually missing assistant captain Jeremy Kierson, who had active military duty today. He was unable to participate in today's game. He will be back tomorrow as well. So the Eagles missing a full line of veteran experienced players who are expected to come back in the lineup tomorrow and still playing very well so far. It's going to be a tough decision for Coach tomorrow, I think, to take 3 players out of the lineup up front.
And as I mentioned earlier, you're not going to win a game in the first 2 periods, so you've got to be able to continue with the momentum, and right now UCF has all of that pressure as this shot gets blocked of the far side post.
Looks like Turner Kaufman lost his stick to the referee there, and just as I had mentioned that the luck for the Eagles had been going their way, it immediately shifts. I should have probably stayed quiet on that front.
10.5 left in period 3. Turner Kaufman comes out with the puck. Long shot off the blocker of Moore. Up to the near half wall for Deborah, leaves it for Hawtaw. His shot routinely handled by the stick of Moore. Off the near side boards, Deborah keeps it under Eagle possession. Below the goal line to the near corner. Has Kaufman for support. UCF up the far side boards. And Eagles now on a 30-second penalty kill as the Knights come back to full strength. McClellan down the right side boards. Backhander off the left pad of Croulier. Rebound up in the slot. Comes up to the blue line for Robinson. Robinson's shot deflected over everything. Stays in play. Continued up to the far blue line. Down low to the half wall. Back to full strength. Eagles with a chance if they can hurry. And UCF brings it back to the attacking end on a delayed offsides. That will be blown dead with 9:18 left in period 3.
And that was close. That was Noah Austin, who, if he just had a second to lift that stick, would have been gone with that speed he has on a breakaway in order to look for his second goal of the night.
Back to full and even strength with 9:18 left in period 3. 5-2 lead for the Eagles. UCF trying to right their own ship. Eagles come out the near side corner. Centering pass is a good one. Noah Austin taken down on the play legally, says the Orange Striper. Knights out of the near side corner. Harassed from behind. Juggled in the air legally. And Alec Bishkoff along with Jack Boken. Good support for each other at the red line. Gets it back all the way into the UCF defensive end.
Looks like a bit of a line shift up here with Noah Austin playing third line with Kyle Usiak and Bishkoff.
Usiak falling down on the forecheck pressure. Bishkoff comes in for support. Boken steals it away. Near side corner. Backhand pass. And Bishkoff was alone in front. But UCF is able to deflect the pass out into the neutral zone. Eagles with a wholesale line change. Got to be careful here. UCF with a transition. Into the attacking end. Back out to neutral ice. Regroup in the defensive end for the Knights. Hard forecheck pressure from Letarte. Gives the puck to Marks. Back for Letarte. Letarte along the goal line looking for a centering play. Comes to the near side corner instead. Up top for Hawtaw. Shot gets deflected into the midsection And now Brantley Miller is going to get a penalty for a stick in the midsection of a UCF defender. Embry-Riddle back to the penalty kill.
And this is just a great play that's unfortunately mitigated by a penalty at the end of it. I totally understand Brantley's drive here. Miller trying to get in there, trying to dig for a loose puck, but unfortunately it goes awry. Great setup there, shot from the point, tipped exactly how you'd want it to be tipped. And unfortunately, instead of going maybe another inch and a half to the right, it finds the inside of the arm of Moore. And the fans, again, not afraid to ever let their opinions be known here at the Daytona Ice Arena.
Showing their displeasure night in and night out.
I hope that wasn't intended.
Eagles are able to send that all the way down the ice.
Ooh.
UCF will set up from behind Tyler Moore. Donovan McClellan working right down center. Far side for Berg. Deflected around Bridges. Bridges again stealing the puck away momentarily. Berg gets it back up to the blue line. Far side corner. Toe drag fails against Bridges. UCF forced along the boards. Back down into the corner. Huge kill in the works for Embry-Riddle right now. They lead 5-2. They've given up 2 unanswered goals to the Knights. Bouncing puck kept alive at the blue line. Good hand-eye from Donovan McClellan. Gets it into the corner. Halfway through this Eagles penalty kill. Bridges hard around the far boards, kept alive by UCF up to the blue line, and a diving play is unsuccessful, but Ryan Marks has time to skate it out. Short-handed, the captain, Ryan Marks, toe drag, centering, Letarte, backhander pad, save made by Moore. Now Marks working to kill time with Letarte in the attacking zone. 35 seconds left in the Eagles penalty kill. Up top, a shot nearly deflected by Marks in front. He'll get possession back on the far half wall. Back out to the neutral zone for Ebner. He'll send it back where it came from. Good kill from Embry-Riddle in the second half.
Good job of really the two up front, Marks and Letarte, to really take their time, kill time in the offensive zone, and send it back to Ebner for a clear.
Great back check from Kaufman, streaking down the right wing. Kaufman's shot blocked away, and back comes Kevin Holman. Holman bodied by Malcheski. We're back to even strength. Another kill for Embry-Riddle. In the final 5 minutes and 50 seconds, you have to stay out of the box from here on out.
Yeah, any penalty on either side right here is very, very important. It goes without saying, especially in these few minutes when momentum can become a huge factor.
UCF into the attacking end. 5.5 to go in period 3. Shot from the blue line. Easy save from Proulier. Rebound cleared up to the blue line, but not out, and now it will be skated out. Delayed offside. Sakala sends it off a body and dumped right back into the Eagle zone. Corner, far side for Ebner. He turns it over. UCF all alone in front. Poke check by Proulier.
That was a great play. That's a rare mistake there by Ebner, normally very defensively conscious. So he'll definitely be appreciating that poke check from Proulier.
Final 5 minutes left in period 3. Embry-Riddle holding on to a 5-3 lead. Eagles get it out to neutral ice. Far side, players are changing all over the place, so UCF comes in what looked to be in an offside posture, but it remains in play in the attacking zone for the Knights.
Got very lucky there from both sides that wasn't an offside and that line change didn't burn the Eagles.
Noah Austin working hard in the corner to get it out. Gets help from corner. Austin successful to come out with it. Has Fowler in the neutral zone. Skated out. Daniel Sakala, rising shot, misses everything up to the near blue line and out to the neutral zone. In the skates of the linesman, that allows Austin to get it back under possession for Fowler. Still trying to get it into the attacking end. Step up from Jack Boken. Boken shot in and out of the glove of Moore. Sharp angle shot on the near side, goes off the outside of the net. 4 minutes left in period 3. Off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Ryan Knapp settles down to the near side. Gaining the red line and dumping it in. A very smart play from Letarte. Hard around the glass on the near side, off the leg of the official, and so instead of going down the ice, the Eagles will have it in the neutral zone. Collision as Boken dumps it in. Boken gets it back. Boken looking for a play, centering pass, late trailer. Bishkoff can't get the shot off. 3.5 left. Here comes UCF on a 2-on-1. Diving play, and that's going to be a tripping penalty against Motov. And so with 3:15 left, Hawtalk is going to be snagged for a tripping penalty, trying to get the sliding block on the 2-on-1.
And on that play, I feel bad for two people there. Absolutely feel bad for Hawtalk for trying to do what he can, trying to block a pass a little early on trying to block that pass and took out the legs of one of the forwards. And I absolutely feel bad for Bishkoff there. Had an absolutely fantastic opportunity and just fobbled it in his skates. I mean, that was just unbelievable. Great situational awareness there by, Jack, to make that play across the offensive zone.
Great clear off the face-off for Embry-Riddle. They'll get it all the way down and out of their zone. 3 minutes left in period 3, 5-2 lead for Embry-Riddle, At what point do we see Tyler Moore for UCF exit the crease?
I figure you probably see it maybe halfway through this power play for UCF. If they can't score in the first minute, I think that's when you have to start gambling, especially with under 3 minutes left in the game.
And UCF will come back out of their own net. Intercepted, here's Alex Fowler. Fowler working in short-handed, trying to get a shot off, stolen away by UCF. 2.5 to go in period 3.
Fowler doing everything to right his wrongs from his previous penalties on this penalty kill,
UCF still with trouble getting out of their own end. They'll retreat to the far side, and now they will have life. Far side corner, sharp angle shot, saved by Proulier, sent all the way down the ice. 1 minute left in this Embry-Riddle penalty kill, 2:10 left in the game. Good step up here from corner. Brings it in short-handed down the near side, killing more time. Smart play instead of taking the shot, keeps it along the board.
This is a great play to try to keep the UCF team penned in their own zone and keep Moore in the net if the Knights were looking to pull him.
Now Deborah steps up in a 2-on-2 back for UCF. Dangerous play into the slot. Big collision from corner. Sends his man on his wallet. And one more time sent the length of the ice. 25 seconds left in the Embry-Riddle penalty kill.
It's been a solid penalty kill so far by the Eagles. Very small amount of time spent in the actual Embry-Riddle zone.
Kevin Holman down the right wing wall for UCF. 1.5 to go in the game. Embry-Riddle leading 5-2. Up top for Toal. Slap shot deflected and a good left pad save from Proulier. Another shot and a headhunter goes over everything. And Embry-Riddle comes back on a 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Great stop up on the play from Marks, comes back in. Leaves it for Deborah, too far away from him. Deborah doing everything he can to keep the play right there in front of the UCF bench. Great effort from this line out right now. Final 55 left in the game.
And these Eagles are doing everything they can.
2-on-1 back the other way for UCF with time running out. Centering pass. Poke check is not enough, and UCF gets their third goal of the game.
And it's going to be unfortunate at the end of this game. It's going to look a lot closer than it was.
So it is now 5-3. Still a little bit of breathing room, but a lot can happen in this short period of time.
And, I mean, been in these situations before. Coach Joyce has always talked about having life left in the game, and this is exactly what UCF looks for. Look for Tyler Moore to leave the net if the Knights win this faceoff immediately. That's what you have to be ready for.
I believe it was Walkinshaw who was able to stuff that pass to Nico Proulier. And Bishkoff will send it into the attacking zone, trying to kill the remaining 40 seconds. Up the far side boards, kept at the blue line. Bridges, shot, deflected up into the netting, and we'll have another face-off, this time in Embry-Riddle attacking ice.
Two players out there looking for their hat tricks respectively. The primary focus should obviously be on making sure that UCF doesn't leave their zone, but it would definitely be nice if either one of them could seal the deal on that.
Rimmed around the near side boards, UCF gets it to the neutral zone.
And to my surprise, Moore has not left the net at all.
Kept at the blue line. UCF has life in the attacking end. Glove down by Kaufman. Gets it over the red line. Comes in down the left wing wall. Kaufman. Shot. He scores! Let it rain. Top hats, ladies and gentlemen. Hat trick for Turner Kaufman. Icing on the cake for Turner Kaufman. Hat trick for him, and a much needed morale booster for Embry-Riddle going into tomorrow's game at RDV.
And that's absolutely awesome. I know Turner Kaufman, spent a few years getting to know him. He's an absolutely fantastic guy, and it is awesome to see. Hats off to him, quite literally, tonight.
Final 5 seconds in the UCF zone. That will finish it off. We will see these two teams back in action tomorrow.
And I will say, this is actually the first Embry-Riddle win since November 1st against Middle Tennessee State. Breaking a 10-game losing streak, this is absolutely a fantastic way to do it.
And listen to this crowd. Absolutely electric here. UCF with a late 3-goal third period push. But Embry-Riddle comes out victorious, a 6-3 victory on the backs of their returners, Kyle Usiak and Turner Kaufman, Noah Austin with a highlight reel goal, and Nico Prulier. Unfortunate that he gave up the 3 goals in the third period, but an outstanding game from that back end in net.
Yeah, he really did a good job backstopping the team. The 3 goals really don't reflect how well he played. They were long periods without a lot of activity. It definitely does a lot on your psyche, so awesome job by Prulier tonight.
One final time here from the Daytona Ice Arena. Embry-Riddle Eagles 6, UCF Knights 3. An excellent way to start off the delayed season. We will be back in action tomorrow. Same 2 teams, different location. They will be on the road, Embry-Riddle will, at UCF, at RDV. And as Embry-Riddle salutes the crowd, myself for Andrew Caputo, we will see everyone back here next Friday as Embry-Riddle takes on the USF Bulls. One final time, we thank you for joining us here on YouTube. Embry-Riddle 6, UCF 3.